Howdy ho, good neighbor. Today we're flying high above the old glass plant / Home Depot / Home Depot homeless camp. I don't know why we call them homeless camps. They're basically a homeless dump. But you know what I always say, somebody's trash is also somebody's treasure, so don't judge people's trash. I've said that before, but as you can see, we're coming into view of, some call it a trash pile, but this is people's homes. And this is where we kind of run into trouble with society and people that are on the fringe of society. You can see here that people just pass this by left and right, and from the outside it looks like a dump, but this is a community of people who live here and sleep here and wake up here and do all their business right here. So this is a disclaimer for these homeless videos. Please do not judge. I am not judging. I get a lot of rude comments in my videos saying, why are you showing this? Why are you judging? I'm just shedding light on something that is a dark secret in our society that has been coming to light. The more you look at it, the more you see that homelessness is getting worse. The more we dump money into the homeless industrial complex, the worse it gets. So why would you want to fix a problem if you just continue to get more money? Humans are a weird species where they will let another part of society suffer for the rich of the few. But if you are looking for your car, well, it could be right here in Oakland. They say over 100 cars get stolen from Oakland every day, and they end up on the streets. So, and a lot of them end up in smash and grab. So, pretty much every car you see running into a store at night is stolen. But these people have been taking over this little lot right outside of the Home Depot on High Street here in Oakland for quite some time. There was rumor that Carl's Jr. was going to build a restaurant here, but evidently that rumor was just a rumor. You can see somebody's backyard there, or front yard basically. They got an umbrella, and you can see some of these houses are pretty much organized. That's the thing about the homeless. Some people have a nice clean spot, and some people are mentally ill and like to live in their own filth. So I'm a little bit in between, I think. I'm right in the middle. But you can see here that if the cars are running, well, they are used to get in and out of here. There is some kind of structure and path that winds its way through here. So it's just amazing to me how many cars are buried, and how did they get into those piles? It looks like there was a fire at one time, and maybe the fire department pushed them into those piles. I do not know. But I do know that I have seen them playing music on the bandstand there. So if you think these people are sad and down and out, well, think again. We all have lives, and they are living their best life here in Oakland. Believe it or not, the struggle is real for everybody. I've seen the fire hydrants being used, so that's how they get their water. And if you look real close, there are a couple bathrooms there. So I don't know how often they get cleaned. But you can see where they do dump their trash on the corners. So that's where they put all their trash. So everybody that gets off of the exit here in Oakland on High Street gets to see that. So it's very shameful that we live in the great United States of America and we have third world conditions right as you get off the freeway. I've said it once, I've said it twice. These people need a fairgrounds or a big field or somewhere that they don't get shuffled around. Like these people, they'll never know how long they can stay here. But if you give them a big field somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, not close to society, if you're going to live this way, society doesn't need to smell it or have rats and rodents. I guess that's the same thing. But society shouldn't see this. Kids shouldn't see this. And nobody who works a full day and comes home to their hard-earned house go unlock the door and look out the window and see people living in their RVs. And that's the cases in a lot of Oakland and all over the Bay Area and all over California and all over this great nation, is people are paying high rents and looking outside and seeing people living in their RVs. And that gets them upset because the RVs are not paying rent like them. But believe it or not, living in an RV costs money too. You think it's just free living, but it's just as hard to live in an RV. You got to dispose of all your waste. You got to gather your water. You got to try to cook. And one thing you got to do is try to get rid of trash. And a lot of people, they frown on all the trash that these people create. But just think about all the trash you create every week. But you have trash services. So just imagine if you didn't have trash services for 1 month, 6 months, or even a year, you would be piling up too. So don't try to judge. All those people over there on the great island of Alameda, well, they have trash services. And if you've ever been to New York City where the trash department go on strike, well, you will see how fast trash piles up. And all this Oakland right here, go any way, left or right, and you will see people just dumping their trash wherever they like on the streets of Oakland. It is a sad society we live in where we have to dump our trash on city streets instead of being responsible and taking it to a city dump. But I can't blame the people who dump the construction trash on the streets because the city dump, to just dump one small truckload could run you up over $100. So if the city was smart, which they are not, they would have a free dump day. Every Saturday, the first Saturday of the month, you can come in with as much trash as you want and we'll take it for free. But nope, there's money to be made off of trash and there's money to be made off of stolen cars, and there's really money to be made off of chaos. So if you live in a world that looks like this, which a lot of us in California do, just remember that this video should make you feel grateful for what you have. That roof over your head, the lock on your bed. That didn't come out right. It really goes like this. You have a soft bed and you have a roof over your head and you have locks on your doors and you got your Savior, Jesus Christ, God's only begotten Son who you adore. That's right. Now, hopefully these people have a little faith in God, because we all get put in different positions in life. Sometimes I have a little survivor guilt, like, why did I not end up here? There's that bandstand that I was talking about. That's where they actually play music. So I have driven by there before and heard live music coming from the bandstand right by the pile of burnt out cars. You can see there's a lady right there talking on her cell phone. She's probably hearing the drone, probably talking to her neighbors. Hey, you guys stay inside. There's the news out here. Yeah. So there's one of the tenants that live here. So if you have any stereotypes of who lives here, well, there's a good example. That lady was a white lady. And if you were to see the conditions around here, she must speak Spanish, because there's just so many illegal aliens looking for work around here and living here, actually. So I've said it before, if you've come from Mexico and you are used to living in these types of conditions, well, it's actually not hard to go from Mexico to the United States. And basically, California was Mexico at one time, so this should all be part of Mexico soon. If you don't know Spanish in California, well, you might want to learn it, because it is the new national language. Sorry to say. Well, look at that car flipped over and on its butt. How does it get flipped over like that? I don't know. But I did the old zoom in as much as I could, and you can see all the oil and gas. And Home Depot just built that wall right there at the bottom of your screen, and that has kept all this from happening in their parking lot. So it must smell like oil and gas right here. And why do you flip a car over? I don't know. Well, look at that, a stolen FedEx box truck. I wonder if they know that's in there. Well, that'll make a good house, wouldn't it? A stolen FedEx box truck. I wonder if it had any packages in it when they stole it. I don't know. So FedEx, if you're looking for one of your trucks, well, it's right here on the corner of High Street and Alameda Avenue here in Oakland, California. But yeah, that's a FedEx box truck with a couple of nice RVs. You see that? There's a nice little... Some of these RVs are very expensive. I'm surprised to see... I can always imagine seeing old broken down Winnebagos, but some of these RVs have slide outs and are very nice. So, well, that's what's left of the glass plant over there. I did take a video of that, so that'll be coming out pretty soon. So, well, there you go, the Home Depot homeless camp. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these homeless camp adventures. Just be grateful for what you have. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.